Peace, family. What's good with y'all? Welcome to the first Divine Tribe podcast. I'm your host, Sabrina, aka Mama Raw, aka Mama Sauce. Um, so I'm here, like I said, with the first podcast for Divine Tribe. If you guys don't know, Divine Tribe is a nonprofit that I started um, late, early 2015. And basically, it's a group, it's a community group as well as a nonprofit, um, you know, uh, dedicated to healing the world, dedicated to healing ourselves and through humanity, and also creating community, through humanity. And basically, our tagline is educate, elevate, and empower. This is a family tagline that has been it's an old tagline. That's been in my family for years, and I'm just putting basically like a rebrand on it, and a movement to it. So welcome guys to the first Divine Tribe podcast. Welcome to the tribe. So I'm starting this podcast, like I said, because there's a lot that I talk about, with peers, with my friends, and I'm located here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, they say Decatur's where it's graded, but I'm not in Decatur, but we always graded. So, I'm here, with you guys, just sending some love and light out your way, and just like to, I want to be in the process with you guys in this time. That's very crucial to us all. So in this 2020 year, I was thinking that it's been a wild year, just doing a recap. A lot has happened. What's today? Hold on. Today is Saturday, the 12th. It's December the 12th, right? So from December to last December, right before the new year, me personally, I was going through some things, people might say it's a dark night of the soul, just getting recalibrated. And life was just feeling this crazy things. A lot of things happened in my life that was abrupt, changed my life. Right around, I say right around June or July, I went through my second shift. Um, no. Was that right? Yeah. So yeah, I went through my second shift. It was wild, you know what I'm saying? So this time last year, um, that's not true. That's not true because I went through my shift 2019. Well, it was 2019. So anyway, this time last year was wild for me. New shit happening. It was just wild. It's a wild time. I went through my shift, I say around June. Yeah, June, July. That's correct. I went around my shift around June, July, my second shift, second awakening. And ever since then, it's been an interesting time. A lot of things happened that pretty much changed my life and put me on a new path. Um, it's been a ride, and I'm sure it has for those of you who's listening. And just I like to bridge the gap on our commonalities. And I know a lot of us was feeling the change last year, sometime around June, July, August. I know those of us who are uh, going to be a part of this new Earth movement was going through some changes then. That changed our life to a point that we are today. So and during that time, like right before, I say January, before January 1st, I'm thinking around January 1st, I had a meeting with my family. We have a family collective that I started called the Powerhouse. And basically, I called a meeting. It was like a New Year's meeting, to basically, it had to do with a lot of things. I got all of our life path numbers and everything like that. Pretty much told us how this time was going to affect us personally during our life path, and how life path number associated with how this change was going to affect some of us. And it was spot on. Family was like, wow. And also told them I did numerology for the new year, for the year 2020 for America. And in that numerology reading for America, it had a lot to do with disease, duality, decisions, transcendence or stagnation. And it was just, you have decisions to make that's going to put you on either end of the spectrum when it comes to this what we call this reality, or this matrix. It's going to put you on one end or the other depending on your choices. So it was pretty deep, man. And when I did that reading, the new year with my family, I did not know how impactful this joint was going to be. The year 2020 was going to be. I didn't know, what I'm saying? So fast forward till, like I said, just the mid, whenever, COVID came out, it was wow. I was just like, yeah, guys, we talked about this, disease, people going to lose their jobs, just turmoil, just a tough time for Americans in the whole world, for that matter of the fact. So yeah, we did that, and it was wild. You know what I'm saying? It was a wild time. We went to where we had COVID. People was losing their jobs. People were staying at home. We personally moved a lot of things around, and now we work from home. Me personally, I never had a real job in my life. I worked for some family companies, and I would classify that as real job. I did construction, electrician work, licensed electrician, as well as I'm a nurse, certified CNA. So I've done those things, and like I said, I have my record label, Pink Diamond Records. So most of the things that I've done really hasn't really been affected. Like my personal business hasn't really been affected, because I didn't have a traditional job, because I did not accept, the terms of this matrix, that most people apply to, and it's not talking about anyone specifically, but I just didn't choose to want to do those things. So I haven't really been affected by that, but as a whole, I've noticed that, some friends, family members have been affected and impacted a lot, So, well, just going to work, working from home, working on a laptop, having to do stuff through a laptop, submit shit, and just people's schools. It's just been a really clusterfuck. If I was to say something, say so myself, it's been just a weird time for people to recalibrate. And just this year, 2020, I'm an Aquarius myself, so this is the age of Aquarius. And just this year, it being 2020 and it being a reset in the age of Aquarius. I talked about this at Woke Fest 2020 this year. I throw it every October, but it was basically talking about, the theme was pretty wrapped around, the new age of awakening, and divine feminine rising, and that's pretty much what's going on. It's going to be going on for a long time. So as far as 2020 goes with the duality of this timeline, it's important, and I want everybody to know that things that you never seen before are happening. They were happening at the beginning of 2019 till on, And I have a certain, I've been getting downloads from the universe, from spirit. I'm pretty much tapped in when it comes to that. I try to stay tapped in, keep use techniques to raise my vibration, and keep me so I can be aligned with the messages, the divine messages that are out there for all of us. And so in doing this, like, things, it hit me real early when it comes to, before this whole 2020. It was just telling me, nothing's ever going to be the same. I make this Facebook post because it was like I was channeling this energy. I was like, guys, when COVID first came out, I was like, guys, nothing's going to be ever the same. And this was about, I say 8 months ago. I guess that's when this all popped off, right? So I was like, things are never going to be the same, get in alignment. If I could find the exact Facebook post, I will for you so I could read it. Let me see if I can find that exact Facebook post real quick for y'all. My phone dead, I forgot. All right, so we're going to do that another time, man. I got my watch on, so if I get any calls, people call me. But anyway, so just that time, I was just telling you, hey, something has to fall for something to rise up in the ashes. And, this is the new world order. We can either make order out the new world or live in a new world order. that they've been doing since Bush was president. I don't know, when I was in middle school or some shit like that, right? So they've been saying this new world order, new world order, new order. Uh, and it was just prompting the great reset. It's just prompting that there's gonna be a time where we have to reset things and get control of humanity again, because hey, we're losing it. You know what I'm saying? And we need to make a new order. Control chaos type thing. So yeah, I was just saying, man, nothing's ever gonna be the same. All right. And I like to quote Drake on this. I read between the lines. So like Drake and Future, Drake came out with a project called Nothing Was Ever the Same, or nothing, some shit about nothing will be the same. I think Nothing Was the Same, right? Was the name of the project. And then they came out with a project. I think Future and Drake came out with a project, What a Time to Be Alive, right? And that's nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but the truth. What a time to be alive. We came down here reincarnated of this timeline so we can create change. We can learn things. We can grow. We can ascend. You know what I'm saying? For those of us who choose to learn the lessons that we came here to learn and to promote change and growth that we came here to do. So basically, got my brother and stuff in the background. So basically, you know what I'm saying? We're here in this timeline, and shit's getting crazy, man. So, at this time, they're trying to, we don't know who the president is technically. Biden won technically. Technically, like I said, it's been allegations of fraud in the election, which if you guys have been, I don't care about politics one way or another. It's another division system. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm a liberal, I'm a whatever the fuck, whatever the bullshit is, right? It's just to divide us, put us in a group of, box us at a categorized group, and so we can fight with each other. Oh, I like wearing black shirts. I like wearing white. Oh, why do you like wearing black shirts? Because it gives us sun and energy, and it makes me warm. Oh, why you like white shirts? You can get stains on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like some dumb shit that don't even matter. Like these white or black shirts do not represent in totality who we are. We're all unique. Saying you're left or right or you're Republican or Democrat, that does not even breach the fact of our individuality. That's just stupid. If I must say so myself, it's stupid. But I understand those people who need a place to call home or to feel like they have an identity because they don't have any individuality of their own. They want to be boxed in groups. For those people, hopefully you guys understand we're all unique and authentic, and we can never be carbon copies or copies of anybody else, as long as we're being our true authentic selves. So that being said, fast forward to the COVID joint. People's like, oh man, this is just people's like, oh, I'm gonna be out of school for like 2 weeks, nothing, I'll be out of job, they're gonna tell us to stay home, blah, 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 blah. Stay at home orders came down. They were like, oh shit, I gotta stay at home. Oh, or just curfews going off and shit. Right. So after that, I was like, I can't wait. People like, can't wait for shit to get back to normal, pretty much in delusion. I was like, guys, things is never gonna get back to normal. You have to create your new normal. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great time, in this time where everybody's been, pretty much in quarantine. We did have actual real quarantine. Some people was able to get to know their children, to get to know their spouses, to get to know, or their spouse, excuse me, to get to, unless you're like a polygamous or polyamorous or whatever the case may be. So you got spouses technically. But anyway, so yeah, they get to know people on a different level. Like to me, that's wild. But I know I do not live the average lifestyle. I pretty much engineered my life from the start, because I knew how important that was to me. But just in general, like just people not knowing their spouse, people not really understanding what their kids are into and like what they like to do. That was baffling to me. But it's people's reality. So On this timeline, people get to sit with themselves, sit with their families and their spouses to see if they even like these people, see if they even can relate to these people that we're associated with. And it's been a wild ride. The feedback from some of my friends and peers is just like, damn, like I did not know my man's, my boyfriend, my guy, or husband or whatever the case may be, right? I hate some of the things he does. I didn't know how much it bothered me being around him, stuck. And then, there's also a positive part of it, like, hey, wow, yeah, I didn't know that I like spending this much time with you, XYZ, or my kids. I get to talk to them. They're so intelligent, XYZ. And it's just crazy. But I think overall, like I said, the quarantine is a great thing for people who utilize it in the right way. It gives us planning time. It actually gives us a nice reset. The world is resetting. So it's important for us to reset as well. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, not be missed out on that, because the reset is everything. It's relearning each other, it's relearning our environment. It's also seeing if this rat race for most people, if that's what they really want. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I get to sit at home, make money. This feels good. Maybe I want to be an entrepreneur. Maybe I want to start a business so I can get this time, this quality time with the people I care about more than having the average time of my life, seeing bosses and coworkers that I absolutely dislike. So I just feel like this has been a blessing, what I'm saying, in disguise. It's really a blessing for people to tap in with themselves. You know, that's what I think. I think it's a divine blessing for people who utilize this in the right way. And basically, man, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Coming up is December, early December, and pretty much for those of you that are in the know, December 21st is the day that we all are anticipating. Excuse me, let me go back to my joint. So December 21st is the day that we're all anticipating. It's going to be a shift. Some people claim there's going to be solar flares. Some people claim that the power is going to go out, and martial law might happen, because of the chaos of the power going out. And people like, I could take, you can't go out there and grab something. Most people, if you young or whatever the case may be, boom, you know what I'm saying? We out there, taking some shit, you feel me? Because we can. I know some young niggas and youngins out there just like that. So that's probably maybe happening, you feel me? So yeah, man, it's that's the timeline that we are anticipating. That's been one of the most anticipated timelines. Um, that me and my peer group, Divine Tribe, and some of the tribe members, some of the awakened people, or what have my tone that I have, my brand called We Own Conscious Energy with a K, the woke people. That's what I mean by saying woke. I'm not talking about the Caucasian version of woke, because they use it like it's appropriated. You know what I'm saying? They use it in a weird way. To further appropriate some shit that we came up with, right? So I'm using it as the true definition, not being socially woke, not knowing that you should recycle or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Basically knowing just a spiritual, it's more of a spiritualness. Okay, I'm not talking about no politician type woke, right? That people use it. It's about a spiritual woke. Talk about awakened, tapped in with your true self. You're having your chakras aligned, further aligning your chakras to ascend. That's the type of work I'm talking about. So yeah, so we pretty much, all of us in the tribe, what I'm saying, that identify as tribe, we know we came here before. We know we spiritually affluent. Some of us are psychics, some of us are healers, energetic healers. We can heal with our hands. We can heal with our words. We can heal with, just different things. Some of us are all together, pretty much we're realizing that we are superheroes and we have superpowers. Okay. Right. And it's crazy to say that, but it's crazy to people that's not us, right? to say that we have superpowers. Like, you guys think you're fucking nuts, right? But we actually are tapping into these powers and we're realizing them. You know, just like when the start of the decade, I had a fucking divine download. It was just like, man, through 2020 to 2024, you got time to get in alignment. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you get in alignment before December 21st, you're gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be lit, you know. But you have to 2024. And my experience and my downloads and my regressions, uh, which regression is just past life information from your past, future, and present. We're living in a quantum world. So if you believe anything about time travel or anything like that, multiple timelines are happening between this timeline. So the past, present, and future, if time doesn't exist, are existing right now. So literally, my future life is happening right now. My past life is happening right now. Because what is time? This timeline is a timeline. What is time? We're the only universe that uses time. It's like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know, it doesn't, it's a thing that doesn't exist in the larger the realm of the universe as whole. Right. So basically with that said, you know, tapped in with this timeline. I'm just like, yo, my regressions. I'm like, man, we got time to get in alignment. You know, also, you know, in my research and my regressions, you know, 2024 is when we will actually see, you know, extraterrestrials or aliens or what you call people that's not from this planet, right? They're going to show themselves to us, right? This is just my personal prediction, you know what I'm saying? Just from tapping inside, getting divine messages within self, right? And I got that like early start of COVID. And this is before I went tapped in deep into my aggressions. You feel me? It was more of an intuitive download. You know what I'm saying? I could tell it was coming from a source higher than me, but at the same time, like I knew this information was very, like if the vibration of the information felt real and felt like it was truthful to me. And I just, like I said, it was just Twitter fingers, you know, in this case, Facebook fingers, right? I was just on there telling everybody, you know, because everybody's tripping out. It's just like, yo, man, everything's not going to go to the same. And you should be happy, man. It's trying to create order out the new world. So we won't live in a new world order of their creation, right? So tap into this timeline again. We're in December. Don't know who's president. Trump hasn't conceded his election, you know, to let Biden in. There's no, he didn't give that White House keys, none of that shit, right? So we're in a crazy like loophole. Is this president? This is not the president. Who did he win? Is there fraud? Oh my God, people are suing states are suing fucking other states because they're fraudulent activity. And it's like, and by the way, you know, that case was denied. As far as like the case, they shut that case down with the Texas case, with the Texas involved to suing other, you know, and other states got involved to sue other states. And basically, you know, what came out that is, hey, some pretty much the states needs to bond together to that is gonna abide by the Constitution. So basically, that's like talking about like a civil war type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you states don't believe in this, us states believe in this. You feel me? Like, we believe in human rights. We believe in our First Amendment with freedom of speech, our Second Amendment, the right to defend ourselves with, you know, weapons or whatever the case may be, firearms, right? Or what, however, you know what I'm saying? So our First and Second Amendment has been getting bashed, been getting like just destroyed, you know, as far as like coming at them. Oh, you can't have this. Oh, regulations. Oh, this gun. Oh, this gun. Or oh, you can't say this on Twitter. Oh, we're banning you. We're banning you. Oh, we're banning this gun. Oh, you can't have automatic. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, nigga, like, why you put all these bans on our amendments? You know, first you're gonna ban some shit from happening, then you're gonna be like, we can't have it at all. That's just like totalitarian tiptoe that these motherfuckers like to do, right? So it's crazy. So all this happening, right? And so like yesterday, let me see if I can share my screen with y'all. Boom. Yesterday, right? Yesterday, okay, let's get this up here. Pop in real quick. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I don't know when this thing is backdated. Say Let me say it's the 8th. I said that's not fucking yesterday, but it was this week, right? It says former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it, right? A galactic federation has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we all understand what space and spaceships are. Said ham and shit. Or him and shit instead of dyslexia sometimes people. All right, so we got now this picture of whatever the fuck that is. And then we got is saying that okay, boom, a former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward by saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation. The unidentified flying objects have asked. So it's like so what? It's like this is something I don't get right in this fucking whatever bullshit ass news, right? It says the unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet. So the basically spacecrafts told you not to tell us that they're here. The spaceships told you not to tell you that they're here. All right, so this is a former head of Israeli Defense Ministry space nigga. All right, said the interview in Hebrew ran on Friday and gained traction after it was published, or whatever the case may be. Said the aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the fabric of the universe. I doubt that. They're farther more intelligent than we could ever be. Okay, so that just sounds like some bullshit to me. All right. Underground base in depths of Mars or American astronauts and alien representatives. There's an agreement between the US government and aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here, he said. Now that I do, believe because the fucking our fucking world sells us out all the fucking time here. Okay. A fucking social security card is a debt. We're in debt. We're fucking zero code. We're fucking money to the system. We're fucking stocks like fucking cattle. If you don't think you're cattle, live in this world, especially United States, you're fucking cattle. As much as you're a number, and that's it. They don't treat you like a person. You can say with people all the fucking time, but we're just assets that they used to trade with. They have been waiting until today for humanity. No. They have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we understand in general what spaceships are. It should said, referring to the Galactic Federation. So they've been waiting till today to basically tell us the spaceships are telling us that they don't want us. This is just crazy, man. It's just crazy, man. So this just come out, right? It's just music, information about some motherfucking fucking extraterrestrials, right? And it might be crazy to some people, but at the same time, it's not crazy. They're just prepping you for when they do this thing. Okay, so you heard about Revelations. It's gonna be a false, prophet, be a false Jesus or whatever the case may be, and then it's gonna be a real one. Again, that duality. Boom, 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 boom. So they're planning, to prep us for this actualization to happen. Like I don't fucking know what's wrong with this. So like I said, they're prepping us for this acceleration to happen, right? And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that they're writing shit on it. They've been new. Aliens existed after they were joining those fucking nuclear worlds because the fucking aliens came to check their asses. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing with this nuclear power, man? It's supposed to be used not for weapons. It's supposed to be used to make you a better humanity so you can catch up and actually be talking to us right now. But y'all want to use it to destroy each other's in wars. Y'all just want to destroy the planet. Y'all can't do that. We need to check up on y'all. So that's when they first knew that aliens, that to my knowledge, that was here. And that's fucking what, 1940s or some shit like that, 1960s. I don't fucking know the timeline, but the Roswell, whenever that was going on and whenever they were doing nuclear bomb threats and shit, right? And fast forward all the way to now, these motherfuckers been had once they realized that, yeah, of course they had arrangements with them. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're like, yeah, you give us some of your technology, whoa, blah, blah, blah. So you do shit, that you do experiments and shit. Like you give, like, any deal is a deal. You feel me? There's two sides participating in it for whatever reasons, right? So this is what's happening, people, man. It's crazy, and this it's gonna get even more weirder for some of you guys who's not used to this level of weirdness, I guess. But this is the new normal, man. This is the new normal. They're trying to force vaccines. They're coming up with vaccines. It's supposed to be 10 or more years to come up with. They're coming in with it in fucking less than a year. You feel me? Having side effects. You feel me? If you can't travel, you can't travel without one of these motherfuckers. You can't do this without this. And it's just like, motherfucker, like, you just trying to take more control over what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not a dummy. You know what I'm saying? I hope most of you are out there, especially the ones who's listening to the podcast right now, realize that, hey, your rights are being tested. It's time to stand up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to stand up for something. It's time to see through the veil. This is the perfect time for you to wake up and be like, damn, that's not right. Damn. You know what I'm saying? They've been tiptoeing on my rights ever since really I was born. You feel me? So, and it's time to come up with solutions. In the old days, back in the old earth, you know what I'm saying? We talked about a lot of problems and never came up with solutions that helped each other, right? This is why tribe life is so important. It's not to say we're against this tribe, we're against this group. It's to build community, through humanity, through actually us being humans, and actually have human blood, empathy, love, just divine love, which is one of the highest vibrations, right? And spreading that love and creating things that actually need to exist within this world to make each other have a better life, to make us have better lives and shit. So it's wild, you know what I'm saying? It's really wild. But I definitely think that we're gonna push through this joint. But yeah, I'm just coming in this first little podcast. Just want to talk about this space shit. Just talk about the world in this timeline right now. How we, it's just real time. You feel me? But we're gonna push through it. Like I said, I'm gonna have a link down below for you guys to join the Divine Tribe. Like I said, we have Divine Tribe 100 initiative, which is to get 100 or more acres in the top five Black cities: Atlanta, Texas, Detroit. Uh, I said Florida, and another one. I forgot. Like I said. I think not the top five Black cities, but yeah, we're gonna definitely get them in the majority of the 5 cities. We're already working on Atlanta. Like I said, Arkansas, the natural state, I feel like it's an important place also for us to build up and rebuild, because a lot of the stuff is untouched. Land is very cheap there, and just creating our own society in ways that we want to live when they start taking everybody's rights away and telling them they want to genetically modify your fucking DNA, right? We want to be still awakened. We want to be gods. We want to be superheroes, right? So why are we going to let them tamper with our DNA? And why are we going to let them have any type of correlation with how we decide to what we decide to eat? They shouldn't have no, like I said, we got to start controlling our own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the point of the nonprofit. That's the point of this whole experiment. So it's a social experiment. You can call it a social experiment, but if you would like to be a part of it, because it's going to change the world, I feel like the world's going to go toward tribes and go toward little fractions of people that actually are human, have a human heart, and aren't bots, as we would say them. Actually, want to make a better existence for themselves and the generations to come. I feel like this is going to be a new normal, to be honest with you. So, coming up with solutions for ourselves instead of outsourcing them to a government or a entity that we know don't have our best interests. This is the world that we are living in. So, like I said, it's some of the reasons why I created the Divine Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we tribal people. You feel me? Like, we go out and celebrate. The ways we do things, they have hijacked them. And basically to put money in their pocket and to control us. Like, the way we live, nothing's wrong with it. right? It's just been hijacked, you know what I'm saying? And to take us down a rabbit hole and to pervert what we do, our natural state of being. We have fun. You know, we get together, we drink, we make music, we create, we wear the flyest fashion, we cook the best food, we eat the best. You feel me? So this is just something that they've hijacked, you know what I'm saying? It's our culture. We need to get back and make our own culture. So, like I said, if you want to be in the grassroots, you know, of joining the family, joining the tribe, you know, sign up. A link will be in the description below. I hope to see you guys there so we can create our own nations. You feel me? It's getting people say, you know, no, if you're a worthy ass fucking citizen in this bitch with something, with an able-bodied citizen, it's something you can easily do. You know what I'm saying? But if you doubt yourself and outsource your whole life to the government or to these third-party factions to figure out your motherfucking life, this is something that's not for you. You feel me? Because we don't need you, because you can't do shit for yourself, but go work for the white man. You feel me? So we don't want you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't build no solutions for yourself, what makes you think you can add to the collective? So that's pretty much it. But for those of you who know you have belief in yourself, who know that you don't like this fucking rules, I hate rules. That's Aquarian age. We're rebels. You feel me? As Aquarius, I'm a rebel. Look, I'm on a podcast talking to you guys about tribe shit. You feel me? Yeah, come on. For those of you guys who are in alignment, you know, tap in with the family. You know, we have a lot of things coming up for the rest of this fucking whole time till 2021, 2022, 23, 23, 2024. We coming up with solutions. So when this time comes, man, we ready. We ready to step into the new world. Like, bam, our kids gonna be good. We creating this wealth. We got our own systems popping. Boom. You know, that's how we gonna come into this whole new earth shit. Because we'll be fully into the age of Aquarius by 2024, by the way. So this timeline is important. You have time to get in alignment. So, like I said, tap in with the family, tap in with the tribe. This has been the first podcast. I'm your host, Sabrina, again, aka Mama Ra, aka Mama Sauce. Checking in, tuning out for you guys. Peace, love, and light, family. Stay tuned for the next one. All right, love y'all.